So, hey everyone, welcome back to episode 1, the actual first episode of my podcast. Because last week I did my first episode, which is now episode 0.5. Also, I've got something on my chest, so let me just get this off. But yeah, that's episode 0.5, guys, because I just wasn't... It was good. It was a good first episode, but I just wasn't like, this can't be the way that it officially starts. So this is the official start of my podcast. I've got an actual microphone this week, guys. I don't know what I was recording with last time. Did I have my phone, or how was I doing it? I don't know. I think it was on my phone. But anyway, I've plugged my microphone in, and I've got my PC webcam. So the video quality is better for anyone worse for anyone that's watching it. But the audio quality is hopefully a lot better. So today, I was about to record a TikTok, right? And in fact, I was recording a TikTok. For anyone that's watching the video, sort of the video podcast, I'll show you some of my drafts from today. Like literally, I've been recording, right? And I couldn't get it. I could have posted these videos. I am a perfectionist, I don't like to post things that either don't seem like me, if I'm just writing something for engagement, or if I'm doing something, kind of acting in a way that's literally just because that's the way that, influencers are on TikTok videos. And I want to actually, carve a name out for myself online, on my own. So I'm not going to do that. So, and it wasn't even that, if I'm honest. It was literally just me being, picky about it. I should have just posted the videos that I recorded. But even still, I was kind of just messing around. What I tend to do with TikTok as well now, which is something I never would have done as a kid. Actually, no, I would have done as a kid, but not as a teenager. I got in my head too much. I would nowadays will mess around in front of the camera and just start recording and just see if I like what I do. And if I like it, I'll either re-record it, or I'll literally just post that thing. And that's what I've done every time so far on my new TikTok account, which since last Friday, since my first podcast, which by the way isn't going to be on YouTube because I decided it's going to be episode 0.5. It's like the kind of experimental episode. I decided I'm going to post these as my first YouTube podcast. So the other one is on Apple Podcasts and it is on Spotify. I like Apple Podcasts more because that's where I listen. I'll talk about this later, but actually no, I won't. Let's just address this now. The reason I'm going to mention this all the time is because that's where I listen. Because when I'm on Spotify, I don't like having podcasts and music mixed in. Because what I'll do is I'll go on there. I'm assuming I mentioned this last week. I'll go on there and I'll be like, I want to listen to music, and I have a specific vibe in mind. Or to be honest, with the amount of dopamine that I need, I'll go on there for no reason, and I'll just be like, find something that will entertain me, some music, and then I'll end up listening to a 1 hour podcast if there's loads of podcasts on there. So I've switched to Apple Podcasts. I like it anyway. I don't mind having a separate podcast app. I hadn't used it for years though. I had to clear a load of stuff out from, GCSE. I had or A levels. I had revision podcasts. So I've taken a few of those away, but I've still got stuff from 2021. In fact, I've still got a show from 2019 that I still listen to on there, which I had on there. Anyway, I'm on all of those different platforms, so preferably listen to me on those because that's just better, isn't it? I don't know if the video podcasts are on Apple, but I know there's transcripts and there's audio podcasts, and it just all goes across. So that's what I was doing last week. It's all set up and it's great. So I didn't know what I was going to do today. I wanted to post my TikTok, and I just went, I'll come back in an hour because I can't quite figure this out. I can't quite figure out what I want to actually post today. I do know what I'm going to be posting tomorrow. If it comes off, I've got no reason not to. It's just a little bit intense, right? I want to do the ice bucket challenge, but I want to do it a little bit differently. So I want to do it with literally a literal bucket of ice, just ice in a bucket, 3 bags of ice or whatever, right on my head, and then see how that goes. Obviously, I am fully aware that could get 0 views. Like some of my, I think when I was like 15, I went in the shower and like, this is so embarrassing. I like turned on the shower. I think I was like 17 actually. Turned on the shower with full clothes on and everything. Like it was not good, but I didn't make it convincing enough. Like obviously I was covered in water, but I didn't make it like, oh no, I just stood there like for the audio listeners, you can't tell, but yeah, it wasn't great. And I posted it to TikTok and it went nowhere. So it could absolutely go nowhere, but I'm also fully aware that I have had a video that wasn't when I was trying to, be an influencer or anything. This was when I was literally just doing TikTok shop type stuff. Not actual TikTok shop, but I have done that in the past. Like just, actually no, it was TikTok shop. I was selling somebody else's products, like an affiliate thing. And it went viral and like my whole area knew about it. And like I'm fully okay with that happening, but I kind of like to pace it. I only just made the account. It seems like I'd be like a bit of a poser if I literally within 5 days had something that blew up. Anyway, getting a bit ahead of myself there, guys. So anyway, today's podcast has 0 theme. It might not even be that long, but so far it's going really well. I've already recorded a podcast today, guys. I did about 6 minutes or whatever before and cut it because I was like, this isn't going well. So this is going really well so far, and I'm not going to be getting rid of this podcast. But anyway, I've got that video to record tomorrow, but I just don't know what to do today. And also, I still have my YouTube channel. I do want to be posting on that, but I don't know what my next video idea is. I mean, I've got a full note full of ideas, and so I do need to kind of get to those as well. But I'm kind of just trying to figure out what my next move is, because I've done kind of some of the content that I did a few weeks ago at the start of my time off. I kind of want to try some other stuff. So yeah, that's not going to paralyze me into not doing anything, but hopefully I will figure something better out. Anyway, so episode 1, the first proper episode, which is kind of crazy. You know what I do kind of want to do, and I did mention this in episode 0.5. I want to go on the radio show at my university as well, just to literally just mess around. Like I would literally be the person on the radio that was literally just be messing around on air, because I couldn't take that seriously. Like you're not supposed to, as a presenter, you're supposed to have a bit of fun. Like I obviously wouldn't take the mick. I wouldn't just mess around to the point where it's like actually ruining the show. But like obviously I wouldn't be the rigid presenter that's actually just trying to like, I'm not going into radio as a career necessarily, so I'd literally just be doing it to entertain essentially, and have fun, and yeah, anyway, see if I can get on that, or if I even am bothered to, because I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, no idea what to do for that TikTok. I was doing like I was doing like audios and stuff. I want another thing as well. I want to move literally towards doing just like all different types of content, but I don't want to have to rely on what I'm, like when you're like putting text on a video where it's like, some relatable thing. I don't want to just do that and rely on that for engagement. So that's another thing where today I was like, I actually genuinely just want to lip sync this song. But it's not a very good song. It's a Kendrick Lamar song covered by Lloyd, and I was just like, oh, this is just so long. I cannot be bothered with this right now, so I left it. Anyway, what have I been up to? Yesterday I actually did a stream on my YouTube channel, a Minecraft stream, which I haven't done in so long. Like a gaming stream. I haven't done it since I relaunched my channel, and that video is staying, by the way. That video was good. I realised that when I streamed on my second channel with my webcam microphone, it sounded so just distant. It didn't sound terrible, but like you could hear me, but you could barely hear me. So I was like, right, I'm going to do this properly. And since I've got my microphone set up, I might as well make a video kind of thing. Or since I'm, going to be setting it up at some point. I hadn't got it at that time, but I was like, you know what? I want to record anyway. Let's do it now kind of thing. So I just decided I'm going to stream. So I might do more of those. I am definitely going to do more kind of spur of the moment streams, but I don't know about kind of games and stuff. It literally will just be if I'm interested in playing a game at that time. So you might see those. Otherwise, I've been doing actual university work, guys, which is very good of me, isn't it? I was doing Virginia Woolf and like this like ancient religious book for an essay. I haven't even started writing the essay. It's due on like the 17th of May, but I haven't started yet. The reason I haven't is because I'm just trying to get as much information in as possible. Again, perfectionism. I'm trying to, learn as much as I can about these things before I start, but I'm also being lazy at the same time because I'm like, oh, well, if I'm just reading, I can just kind of, do it on the side kind of thing. So I am actually going to have to get started, and it is almost May, which is kind of scary. Also, let's just talk about the fact that it is the 25th of April right now. I remember thinking, I don't know, a few days ago, how it had changed from early April to now in like just a click. It was nothing. Like the kind of middle days of April just didn't exist. I haven't done much with my time since I've not been at university, but like this has been crazy. The kind of the switch, and also it kind of feels like it's gone from kind of still early in the year at the start of April to this is almost May, and the year's getting on now. There's only 7 months left or something. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, almost May already, and I'll be finishing my first year of university literally next month, I think. Basically, anyway, I don't need to go back. I might do some travel vlogs. There's a few different things that I might do. I don't know. At the minute, I'm really focused and excited on TikTok. Like that's going to be the theme for this week because I keep talking about it. I'm really excited about it because when I started in 2015, I could have been literally. I was Charlie D'Amelio's age. In fact, she was older than me. I could have been bigger then, and I could have been bigger in 2021, 2022, whenever I was recording and posting then. I mean, that's my Bluetooth speaker. I posted all the time over the years. In like 2021 or 2, I was posting literally like almost daily. It was crazy, but I wasn't posting content that I could get behind and that other people were interested in because I wasn't even interested in it really. So yeah, I'm actually excited because I'm doing stuff that's fun. I can already feel the expectation kind of coming in, almost creeping. Like I don't want to have a massive expectation behind my videos right now, while I'm here in my journey, with people just kind of not seeing them yet. But I also don't want to make them bad. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a line and a balance between having high quality content, and there's also a balance between just posting what you want to post because that's what goes viral anyway. As long as other people want to watch it as well. And following trends and stuff. The trends that I want to follow. I mean, it goes without saying that if it's a trend, it's probably going to do decently, and at least compared to just doing something brand new that you'll also want to do, but like it's not tried and tested. It's less likely to go anywhere. So I have been really enjoying it, guys. I really haven't. And you know what? I was surprised because the amount of views I got from like girls as well, which is crazy. Like my videos used to be just like the most boring, just junk. Like it was like tech guys or whatever, or like streamers or whoever used to like my stuff. So like having actual accounts liking my videos is really good. I keep getting notifications. People are liking my comments. I'm just gonna have to stop commenting on this account because it's really annoying. But yes, having like actual likes on my videos is nice. I've got one with 320 views and 12 likes, which is not great. Then I've got one with 290 with 35, which is a lot better. I don't know what the ratio is as well. So I think it has to be like 50 plus with 200 views. But I don't know if it's likes. I think it might be watch time. But I don't know. If you know, that would actually be helpful. So please put that in the comments. I want to know. But anyway, what else? I'll come back to TikTok later probably. I mean, it just keeps happening, doesn't it? I'm growing out my hair. So this, for anyone watching the video podcast, or if you want to switch to it now, this is what I'm looking like now. I've pushed it over to the other side because it normally goes over this way, or it has been for the past month. I've pushed it back over this side because I'm going to properly commit to growing out. Hopefully, I talked about this in my stream, so I'll quickly go over it now. I'm going to be growing out, so hopefully it's going to get somewhere this time, and I'm actually going to get it like maintenance trimmed, but also like style it properly while I'm growing it out, because in the past I've just done neither of those things, or I've just had it all cut off, and like I've just kind of had the normally a barber who kind of just takes off lots of hair, just kind of do the wrong style while I was growing it out, so it just didn't work properly. So I'm gonna seriously, make a good effort on this, and in the future, in a future episode, I better check in. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, it is now 10:30, so I have to think about what else I'm going to put out tonight. What else have I done today? Basically, right, let's see if I can find it in my pocket. I have a watch that my dad gave me 10 years ago, and I went out. My kind of sole purpose for today, because I've had nothing else to do. I could have revised, so I could have spent more time doing that, but other than like actually just working on my own stuff, like my social media, I haven't had work. I don't have work on Saturdays. I never have anyway. Fridays even. Oh wow, time feels so weird right now. I'm gonna leave this on the windowsill because it's actually like an eco drive. It like needs sunlight to charge up. But I went out just to get a watch, a strap for my watch. Like I was so bored, and I didn't even manage to, because it's an expensive watch and they don't have the part. So it would cost more to replace it than, to just buy a new watch. So I need to like find a used one that's broken. Basically, I need to just like start a saved listing for it. Anyway, that's what I ended up doing today. But it was nice because I ended up going to town with my family, and it was a nice little trip. But yeah, I definitely should have just been working on stuff, thinking about it. So I will in the future. Anyway, how long should I make these podcasts? That's another thought. How long should I make these podcasts? Because I'm thinking half an hour, because I don't know what to talk about necessarily. I do have show notes. Oh my gosh, I have show notes. I have show notes from last week. I made these. I forgot about this. That's just brought that to my mind. But I think I want to make them an hour long. So I was only saying that because I genuinely have no idea what to say. So here's my notes. I'm going to read some of them out. I don't know if I'm going to read all of them out because they're probably quite cringe. So catch up. That was the first one. That's good. What's happening this week? Brackets gossip. News and new releases. Oh yeah. So current events. I would look on Twitter, but I genuinely don't think that's useful anymore, to be honest. I don't think, how Twitter used to be like the town hall or whatever people used to call it, of the internet. It's just not. It's just trash. It has been for years. Like, I remember when I was like 15 and I joined Twitter, it was like amazing. It was so good. And then in 2020 it became so politically charged. And then since then it's just been either left-wing politically charged or really right-wing, and I don't want either. So yeah, it just sucks. It's not a nice place, and it's especially not a nice place now because like it's just loads of like crypto bros and stuff. Like, there's nothing on there. Let me just go onto the main page right now and see if there's anything happening. In my notifications, all I've got is recent posts from Elon Musk. Like, actually, that's pretty much it. I don't know what he's done. I mean, it's obviously it's pay to win for him, but it's so annoying. Also, he's saying think ahead for 2032 for re-electing Donald, which is crazy. Obviously, he can't be re-elected, so yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Jojo Siwa. Let's see what's trending. Why she's trending. cheating on her partner with a man on national TV. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna look into that. I don't know what that is. I think you know what? I've heard of this though. I've heard of it on TikTok, like the JoJo drama or whatever, but I had no idea what that was. Also, I put unstructured chaos to finish because I was just like, at the end of it, if I'm going to have show notes, I'm going to start unstructured anyway, but I'm going to kind of come towards a structure. At the end, I'm going to just be like, just talk about whatever, because there's some stuff that I'm not going to be writing down in the show notes that I'll want to say. Anyway, so yeah, what's happening this week? I mean, it's already happened. The week has happened. But what's happening next week is I'm going back to university for the first time in a month, which is insane. It's the 25th, and it will be almost the 30th. It was the 28th when I went off, and it will be exactly a month to the day when I go back. And I'll have done a lot, but also like I feel like I need more time. I need more time, guys. I need more time off from university. Also, I'm only going back for 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy. I'm literally going back to do, I think, 2 lectures for each subject. So like, I don't know how many lectures. There's 4 subjects. So what is that? 16, I think. Yeah. No. Hang on. No, 8 lectures. I failed maths 5 times. And also that's just because I'm like psyching myself out. I obviously can work that out. But I'm also like thinking of what to say. Anyway, so I've got 8 lectures and then that's it. That's literally university year 1 done. People talk about how insane year 1 is, but I didn't move out there for the first year. I was planning on it, but I didn't because I made the call, to actually go to university so late that I just decided to stay at home because I thought it would be the best option, not necessarily an easy option, but the best option because of the decision that I made. And it turned out not necessarily to be at all. But also, I don't think many people in my year have actually had the first year that they imagined it was going to be. Not the people that I knew, anyway. So yeah, and also the course is full of a load of nerds anyway. So like most of these people aren't going to go party. The people that are going to overdo it. I kind of have been in the middle with like people in the middle. Also, the people that I've met in first year, I'm not gonna slate anyone. People are gonna see this podcast, but also like I'm gonna have to like be honest. Some of the people that I've met in first year, not even being mean about them, I've met so many nice people in first year who are genuinely nice, who I genuinely like, but they haven't done anything. Like, whenever I could go out, people weren't going out. I have to travel to go out in university, like 30 miles, and people just don't do anything. It's really annoying. So yeah, not great. And the rest of the course, I just haven't really seen that many people. I didn't turn up to enough seminars and stuff. So year 2, end of that, just like putting a bookend on that topic, year 2 is going to be better. But also, one of my show notes was, do I stay on in the course that I'm on? Because I don't really want to. I don't really like English that much. At least the stuff that I've been doing. Long term, my goal isn't even to use a lot of this stuff because I want to make social media happen for myself. And not just social media, but I want to just do... I have so many goals, guys, to do with social media, to do with... I want to try out even acting. I want to make music. That's always been a thing. I want to make like a first album. When I turned 20, I was like, I'll put that out this year. But I haven't even like started properly doing that. So there's a lot of stuff that I have ambitions for, and I'll write some down in the show notes for next week to talk about more kind of some of the things that I'm planning on doing this year. So, in the future I can kind of come back. Also, I don't really want to talk in the podcast about stuff that I want to do. I want to talk about stuff that I am doing. So I'm gonna like hopefully be doing more stuff as the summer comes around to kind of talk about, and I'll be able to sort of fill you guys in on that. Might have to do that on the road sometimes. So yeah, I'll just take my laptop and a microphone. But yeah, if the summer goes as planned, I mean, at the minute I don't really have any plans, but if I kind of do more stuff, essentially. Anyway, yeah, so I don't even remember what I was talking about. I kind of needed like a live transcript so I can like go back on what I was saying. But I don't know. Let's have a look at Chrome again. Let's have a look at what's on here. So yeah, there's the Jojo Siwa thing. Jessie Nelson, she was from Thingy, wasn't she? She was from such a irrelevant name nowadays as well. Elon Musk is being recommended to me underneath, well, trending posts. He is literally just weaponized this platform to just like be like just him all over the place. Oh yeah, Kanye West as well. That was crazy this week. I don't even know what to say about that, but it was mad. Kanye West sleeping with his cousin, male cousin, like what, or like something happened like that. I don't know what happened there. Also, it sounded like he didn't want to do it. Insane. I haven't really read into it too much, but it just sounds crazy. He's going mad, and it's kind of hilarious. What else? I feel like I need to have topics waiting for me, because here's a topic. Okay, so I've seen this girl on TikTok, right? There's the couple, right, and there's also this guy called Jackson, and I remember, right, a few years ago, I'm Gen Z, I'm of the age where I'm going to remember this, and it's like very recent memory. This is not like 2015 or whatever. This is like very recent. 2022 is when this was like, these people were starting to kind of lose their massive fame. But you know, people like Lil Hoodie, Noah Beck, Bryce Hall, Charlie D'Amelio, who else was massive? You know, Brooke Monk. She's somehow managed to like cling to like, she's still like talked about the most out of any of them. I don't know how, but you know, all of these people, this is what I'm kind of trying to wonder, are these new people the modern day equivalents? Like, are these the next generation of influencers from the US? Because they don't look like it. Like, when I go on their videos and stuff, and like on my For You page, I don't see them much. I don't know if that'll ever happen on TikTok again, the way that it did, because these people were just everywhere. Like, you know, Lauren Gray, she was just absolutely everywhere. Not when I joined, because this was a little bit after, like a few months after I joined. She was already kind of not the top creator anymore, really. But like, these people were everywhere, and these new gens don't seem like they are, but like, people are so invested in their comments and in the comment section and stuff. They're so invested in their lives. So like, are these the next Charlie D'Amelio? Are these like the next big thing? I don't know. I'd like to know, because some people listening to this podcast will be like 14, 15. Tell me, because I genuinely want to know. Are they the next? Are they the new gens? Anyway, yeah, with that, is there anything else to talk about in this episode? There probably is. You know what? I'll turn off the camera, I'll turn off the recording, and I'll just be like, I've got so much more that I wanted to say, but I just didn't know what to say in the moment. If I just let myself have like a minute, I could pause it and just think, wait, does this pause button work? Okay, so it does work, and yeah, I don't know what else to talk about in the podcast. So, you know what? I'm going to leave it there. That is like actually kind of crazy that it's literally almost exactly half an hour. But that is episode 1. Hopefully I'll be back with you next week. There's no reason why I wouldn't be. But it's like, I don't know when I'm going to record. Am I going to do it like earlier in the week, or am I actually going to do it on Friday night like I have done here? And then, yeah, I'm not saying I have like a schedule with it, but also like I do want to kind of just get a schedule together, because I don't want to just say, I'll just make a podcast episode every so often when I can be bothered, because you know what, I can be bothered, and I do want to make this podcast a thing. So in the future, obviously if I want to change the day of it, or like I want to focus on other things at that time more, I'll do that. But like I do actually want to try and make a schedule for this. So I'll be back with you guys next week, and yeah, got a lot kind of happening in the next week, a lot of traveling and stuff, but I'll update you all on that then. So thank you for listening and watching. Make sure to drop a comment. Also rate my podcast wherever you're listening to this. If you're listening to it on iTunes, like Apple Podcasts, definitely do it on there, because I know that there's a way to do it. On Spotify, I think you can leave comments now, so do that. And YouTube, yeah, just do the normal thing. I don't know. I'm just genuinely doing this just to see like who I can get to actually comment, because like I don't care about engagement on these platforms right now. I'm just trying to like start rolling with it, but like I do want to genuinely see what those features do. So do that, and I will see you next week. See you in a bit.